What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. MTG here with another episode. If you're new to the channel, hi there. So as you can see from the title down below, we're going to talk everything Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, just exclusively for the Ultra. We're not going to be discussing about the vanilla S24, the S24 Plus. And right here I have the S23 Ultra with the S24 Ultra wallpaper, and honestly it's looking pretty nice. But let's get right into it. As you can see on the screen right now is the official leaked image of the S24 Ultra in its colors. We got titanium black, titanium gray, titanium violet, and titanium yellow. And yes, it's going to feature a titanium frame. And I think that's a good thing that they're kind of taking from their competitors, specifically obviously Apple's using titanium, and kind of implementing the good things into their phone. I think that's a good, healthy thing where competitors take what's good about each other and implement it in their own device. That's just my take. Some people may disagree. That is okay. Galaxy S24, if you take a look at the images, the Ultra is going to have a more squarish frame with flatter sides and a flat screen. This right here has almost a flat screen, but very, very subtle curves on each side. It looks really nice, but in practicality, it's not the greatest. That obviously over the years, it's gotten less curvy, and that has resulted in less accidental touches. But having a flatter display is just more practical and better to have. Again, that's my opinion, and I'm going to get to my initial thoughts about this after we go over what we know so far. Now, S24 Ultra still is going to have 4 cameras, a 200 megapixel primary, a 12 megapixel ultra wide, 10 megapixel telephoto with 3x optical zoom, and then another 50 megapixel with 5x optical zoom. In addition, it's also going to come equipped with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, although that was no surprise. Obviously, we're expecting to get a new Snapdragon 8 Gen processor. S24 Ultra is said to come with just 12 gigs of RAM instead of the rumored 16 gig. It's going to be available in 256, 512, or 256 gigs, 512 gigs, and 1 terabyte of models. Now, this includes the S24 lineup, so the vanilla and the Plus, as well as the Ultra, but a larger vapor chamber heat dissipation system. S24 Ultra is going to have a 1.9x larger vapor chamber cooling system compared to the one found here on the S23 Ultra. And the one here is already said to be pretty large. So I'm really excited to see how that pans out when the S24 Ultra does come out, when I'm able to test that as well. Wi-Fi 7 is also coming to the S24 Ultra. Obviously, we're getting 5G, and Bluetooth 5.3 is going to be present with the S24 Ultra. Now, it's also said it's going to be keeping the same 5,000 milliamp hour battery as the S23 Ultra. That's okay. You know, this device has phenomenal battery life, but it's also said to have the same 45 watt quote-unquote fast charging. In a sense, I guess you can say it's kind of fast charging, but compared to other companies that have 67, have 80 watts, 100 watts, this doesn't seem quote-unquote as fast charging. So I hope Samsung does add a faster charging in future devices, and maybe they do with the S24 Ultra. Who knows? Maybe that just might turn out to be wrong. We'll see. And we're getting a 6.8-inch Quad HD OLED screen with 120 Hz. That's obviously to be expected. Here are my initial thoughts, just hearing with all the specs and with the official images. I have to check it out in person, try it out, test it alongside the S23 Ultra, and then I can give my full, real thoughts about it. But looking at the images, the colors are a little mid, but that's again from the images. I feel like they're going to look much better in person. And I am kind of happy that Samsung is getting rid of the curved display. Personally, I don't really like curved displays, even though this one was very subtle. It still was present. Now, looking at the specs, I kind of wish that Samsung did keep or is going to keep that 10x optical zoom. But again, I'm going to have to try out the cameras to see the quality. Again, these are my initial thoughts. Now, earlier rumors did point to 16 gigs of RAM with the Ultra, but it looks like that doesn't seem to be the case. And while some might ask, what is the point of having so much RAM in a phone, like 12 gigs? Some people still say that's too much. Yeah, you can ask that, and I see where you're getting at, but the way I see it is, for being an ultra device, I personally think it's best to offer the most powerful specs. Yeah, you may not need 16 gigs, you may not need 24 gigs that other companies are going to be offering, but when you put ultra in Steam, I don't know, it just kind of implements this idea that ultra means having the best of the best. But again, it's my opinion, and it's what I think an ultra device should have. Just the best of the best, the largest, the biggest numbers, the best specs, whatever it is, should be included in that specific device. Like, if I wouldn't be here talking about the vanilla S24, not including 16 gigs of RAM. I'm also interested to see if the Galaxy S24 Ultra can offer great battery life like the S23 Ultra does. I am, again, a bit bummed out about the charging speeds. 45 is not fast charging, especially compared to what other companies have to offer. And I'm hoping Samsung adds it or has added it, and this rumor does turn out to be false. I don't know, but I hope that in the future, sometime, faster charging speeds is implemented. Now, Samsung is expected to unveil the Galaxy S24 series in mid-January 2024. We're hearing of like a January 17 launch with a January 30th or January 17th unveiling with a January 30th launch. So it's right around the corner. The start of 2024 is coming in quick. We're gonna have a lot of devices here on the channel, a lot of Samsung devices too, a lot of comparing videos, reviews, whatever it is. It's all going to be present here. So definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you did enjoy, definitely be sure to Superman the like button and comment down below. And best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel a lot and will help push my content out to more people. That's been it for me. I'll catch you guys in the next episode.